Welcome to a compendium review series. Today's selection that I would love to present to you is a fragrance out of the house of Clive Christian, a part of the Sub Noble collection. It is Noble 21 Art Deco Cypress, a beautiful, spicy masculine. Next, I want to take you down to Nicaragua, where they have made a beautiful Montecristo Puro by AJ Fernandez. And then I want to swing you on up to California to sip on a flavorful, great dinner wine, the Zinfandel from the Federalist. If this sounds like the type of content you think that you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down. This is where we aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances from scent cigars to wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. Let's get into the scent profile. So in today's scent profile, what I'd like to present to you is a fragrance out of the house of Clive Christian. It is the Noble 21 Art Deco Cypress. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance made primarily of cedrat, bergamot, oak moss, amber, ginger, and cypress wood. This is a fragrance that is beautiful, spicy, masculine, uplifting, appealing, and it exacerbates and exudes sophistication and allure. It is a fragrance that I have gotten to my collection and have adored as one of my go-to get-the-bag fragrances, so to speak. This is a fragrance that I wear when I want to go out and close a deal, that I wear when I want to go out and be a part of the young urban professionals or even the old statesmen. When I go into those particular situations and I'm doing business, this is the particular fragrance that I gravitate towards. It is rich with clove, rich with nutmeg, a soft rounded nutmeg, a nice white floral touch. It has a myriad of fragrance accords that all lean masculine, but the main accord that brings this into a very well-rounded, sophisticated scent is the cypress. It's woody, it is almost dew-like, and it is one that very much so captures the essence of a man. It is blended very well with grapefruit, also Atlas cedar that makes it uplifting, calming. It almost takes you to a tranquil type of mindset that gives you a business mindset and keep you going and motivated. It's one that you know any client that you're forward facing, if you're in professionals like that, or even if you're in an office setting, this is a fragrance that will give you certain vibes, certain aura about yourself that leads to nothing more or nothing less than being thought of as a sophisticated gentleman who goes about their business. This opens up, as I said, it opens up with a beautiful petitgrain accord. That petitgrain is one that Clive Christian has just done a magnificent job on. It comes in it comes in a wave of soft soapiness, but leads into a very, very citrus, floral, white floral accord that is just mesmerizing. This also has, as I aforementioned, very mellow, very subdued, warm spices like clove, cumin, and nutmeg. It has also a nice slight musk accord in the middle or the mid. Very gorgeous fragrance. And when it dries down to the a oak moss, oak moss, cypress, cedrat, and cedar wood out of Morocco. And that makes this such an appealing fragrance. This is one, as I stated, this is one for not only the business setting, but the power lunch. This is a power lunch fragrance. This is one that you can even take into happy hour if you choose to, because the dry down of this is one that is certainly appealing to everyone around you. So this will not seem out of place in any season. So it can be a signature 4-season scent. It won't seem out of place in any arrangement that you take yourself into. It is just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance that can be found on the market today for a much cheaper price point than what they introduced today. This is the fragrance that I would say any man that has a collection of fragrances, but he wants to up his game going towards the masculine, appealing, woody citrus fragrances. This is one that competes with the likes of Royal Oud by the House of Creed, and also Spice and Wood by the House of Creed. Those type of fragrances are ones that lead you to success when it comes to fragrances in the workplace environment, the persona environment where you're face forward with clients, and also takes you into the nightlife. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. As I said, cypress, oak moss, a well-rounded amber, a mix of warm spices like clove and nutmeg with ginger, and the ginger note in this is spectacular as well. A very, very nice scent that Clive Christian has come out with to introduce to the masculine booties. And if you are a person that longs for that type of scent and hasn't been around it, this is the perfect one for you. If you want to be in the style of barbershop but take it way, way far into a luxurious way, this is the one for you. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. This is one, as I said, the Art Deco 21 Cypress by the House of Clive Christian, London. It is much cheaper price point than what they introduced it as, and it's at that point, it's a value. Get your nose on it. Beautiful fragrance. Next up, let's take ourselves down to Nicaragua and talk about the cigar memoir. Now, this particular cigar is a Nicaraguan Puro blended by AJ Fernandez in collaboration with Montecristo and Rafael Nadal. This is the Robusto size that I love to smoke. A beautiful maroon, reddish gold, and black band. This is one of the most beautiful cigars. When it comes to Nicaraguan tobacco, it's really appealing. It looks chocolatey, chocolate brown. This one has no toothiness, very minimal veins, impeccable construction, deep double cap. So you won't make a cutting mistake on this particular cigar. Off the flip, you get a cornucopia of beautiful muted spices, cacao, deep dried fruits. The aromas that come off the foot of this is one of if you're a fan of Nicaraguan cigars, usually they go into a deep hay-like or a deep, rich, peppery accord in the foot. This one is a beautiful aroma. The nuance of that aroma that you get is, like I said, a cacao, a warming, almost a resinous warming fruit accord. I would say something like a dried currant or a dried raisin. Very nice off the foot, and as I said, the construction looks impeccable. The overall textures, no toothiness, which makes this a nice looking cigar to pick up, and the flavors on these are impeccable. Let's get into the first third. Third of the Montecristo Nicaraguan Puro. AJ Fernandez and Rafael Nadal collaborated on this particular experience to bring to market one of the better tasting Nicaraguan cigars that I've had in a while. That's why it is here for review for you and recommendation. It is a cigar that was rated, I believe, a 90 plus in one of Cigar Aficionado's top rankings of 2018, and that is for good reason. This is a medium to medium plus strength cigar. The Nicaraguan is, you can taste the Nicaragua in that, the Nicaraguan tobaccos in that. This is one that I pick up a slight minerality, especially in the first third, a nice soil-like taste. Nice. When I say soil-like, it's almost like a gritty, toothy, not astringent, but like a pulling of the mouth walls and a pulling of the tongue with that soil-like minerality, almost like a volcanic ash. And then it once you get deep into the first third of the cigar, you start to pick up raisin, you start to pick up hay-like honey tobacco accords and cacao, which I love in my Nicaraguan cigars. AJ Fernandez then took this when going into the second third. The blend, it takes it deeper and richer into the red and dark fruit accords. So I pick up a little bit of dark red plum, a lot of dark red cherry, and a lot of dark raisin and currant taste. The aromas that come off and the body that is at that point is spectacular. I will mention this right now. This cigar never goes from any strength other than medium full. There's no need to even talk about strength changes to this particular cigar. It starts off medium full and it ends medium full. I love when a cigar has that type of consistency with different feel of the body and also taste transitions. That's one thing. You can have an expected experience of strength throughout the cigar, but have a very well balanced and complex cigar that takes you from first, second to third and final. And the tastes are almost, I won't say prolific, but they are demonstrative of all the things you love in a Nicaraguan cigar. And so when I took this cigar to the final third, I started to get less of the minerality, picking up more honeyed hay, more honeyed tobacco, and also a more developed, more complex cacao accord. The body in this particular cigar was, that's the one thing I do love about it. It did become at some points full body, full, powerful, billowing smoke, which gives lots of taste profiles. But then at some points in the cigar, especially when I would let it sit for a moment, it would become a little bit wispy, which would give me more and more taste profile nuances that I could pick up on things like clove, things like nutmeg, some very much so prominent allspice as well. So if you're familiar with the taste of allspice or the aromas of allspice, and you enjoy that flavor, this particular Nicaraguan will give you that in droves. It is a cigar that I have enjoyed. It was one that I picked up a 5-pack of from a cigar studio around me, smoked 3 of them, and said I had to present this as a cigar to my my fellow community. I enjoy this cigar very much so, and will recommend it to anyone who wants to get into Nicaraguan puros or has a taste palette for full to medium cigars with lots of complex, dense taste. I believe the cigar pack that I got was a sampler pack with an addition to the cigars I picked up. I do believe that I got this particular cigar for around $12, which is in the realm of Nicaraguan cigars and Nicaraguan puros to be exact. That's a bargain because some can go as far as $19, $20. I don't know the particular age on the tobacco. I tried to find some, but it was kind of like all over the place with me. So I would like to know what the age of the cigar is, how long they let that ferment and then age in the tobacco. I do plan on leaving 2 of those cigars in my humidor to age for a couple of years to see how they taste down the line. I have marked them and set them aside for that, so I'll maybe even update it with this channel down the line. But right now, the Nicaraguan Puro done by AJ Fernandez and Rafael Nadal out of Montecristo is a must buy, must try. I understand why they rated this 90 plus. Today's experience is a Lodi Zinfandel, a red wine out of California. This is a nice ruby, almost maroon, I'd say maroon to garnet color, slightly pale. The nose, deep red fruits, plum, dark red cherry, some minerality, almost an obvious, to me, an obvious vanilla accord in this fragrance. Vanilla bean, not confectionery vanilla, but a vanilla bean, roasted vanilla bean. And I'm almost picking up an Arabica coffee off this particular wine as well. Very nice aromas off this wine. It's a good, to me, on the palate, I get grippiness from the tannins. This is a 14.1% ABV, so you can taste some of the burn in the alcohol. That's not a problem for me. It's actually welcoming in some wines, and this is one that it is particularly welcoming. I will say that it has some complexities, but nothing extravagant. This is the acidity is popping off my tongue, which is good for me. I like that part. Slightly long finish. I'm getting a little slight earthiness, woodsiness, almost cedarish oak woods. Very nice tasting wine. This is a very nice tasting Zinfandel out of California. Great table wine, great barbecue wine. I'm having a bit of a savory taste to it as well. So let's talk about this. Let's refine what I'm getting here. Off the nose, I'm getting deep red fruits, slightly vanilla bean, some charred woods, but nothing prolific. Nothing goes outside the deep red fruits would make it. That's the most prevailing, not only aroma but tasting profile I get. Slight grittiness on the mouth and walls, or the tongue and walls. So that's a nice little tannin touch to it with nice amounts of acidity bouncing off this particular wine. It jumps off like a Chenin Blanc would, in my opinion. So that's a different varietal than Zinfandel. That's a white wine, but this one jumps off just as much acidity and that slight, almost burning sensation from the alcohol in this one. This is a high ABV, like I said, 14.1 to be exact. Long finish, long lingering finish. The lingering finish leaves a taste of deep red fruits. I'm trying to get, there's something in there that I'm trying to pick up, almost like a spice that I'm trying to get off of it. I don't know if it's a plant-based spice or an herb-based spice, but I'm getting the plant, almost like a sage, not cinnamon. That's what it could be, the cinnamon. Beautiful. That's exactly what I'm picking up off the taste of this. So that makes it even more complex. The body of this wine is, the body and texture of it, the mouthfeel, the tongue feel, the walls, is slight tannins, nothing overwhelming, popping, beautiful acidity, aromatic, nice berries. I would suggest this particular wine with anything that you would like to eat that's herbaceous, roasted herbaceous meals, dry rub meals, barbecue. This is it's not the best. I'm not going to say it's the best. Don't get me there. But this is a very good Zinfandel to try. That's what I like to say. A very nice beginner Zinfandel for anyone that wants to try Zinfandel wine out of California. I suggest it. I would recommend this particular wine. A good one to bring on to any dinner party that you have. Runs about between $15 and $20 for this particular wine. That's it. That's it. It has a great finish, great touch of fruits, great touch of oak, warm spices like the cinnamon and the also vanilla bean. I would definitely recommend this for a table wine or a drinking party wine. Very nice. And that's my assessment today of a great blended Nicaraguan cigar in collaboration with Rafa Nadal and AJ Fernandez. Also, the wonderfully aromatic, warm, spicy, mossy, Cypress, just masculine, appealing, spicy fragrance by the house of Clive Christian out of London. And then, like I said, a very well done, aromatic, spicy, muted spicy Zinfandel out of California. Alright guys, if you found anything entertaining or enhancing about this particular video, all I ask you hit a like. If you have friends that like this particular type of video, if you have friends getting into wine, fragrances, or cigars, share these videos, get it across to the whole community, let everyone know that we here in the community of the Dry Down is here. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down in the section below. I love getting back with you guys. Everyone has been getting comments to me. Love all the commentary, love with you guys, the feedback. I'm here to stay. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video.